Hey there folks, moving into the last set of notes for this unit, class structure. Now, it's important to understand that there's going to be three social classes that are really going to kind of separate at this time period. First and foremost, we're going to have the upper class. Now, the upper class is going to be the land-owning aristocrats. Okay, they're going to be the rich ones who own the land, they're the ones who own the factory. Second, we're going to have the upper middle class. It's going to be like doctors, lawyers, government workers, and then factory managers. So those who tend to have higher education, you're going to work for the government, okay? You're going to have a little bit more perks involved right there, or you're the one actually running the factory. You don't own the factory, you're just running the factory. And then we're going to have the lower middle class. This is going to be the factory overseers, then the skilled workers who are going to be the ones kind of working on individual stuff. So maybe you're a weaver, you're going to have some skills when you're in this. It's not like anyone can do this. And then lastly, we're going to have the lower class as well. Now, a couple problems are going to come up when it comes to talking about machines. First and foremost, machines are going to be more efficient than workers. They can work nonstop. They don't really need breaks. When it comes to people, they're going to have to take breaks. So companies are going to realize, and these factories are going to realize, it's more efficient for me to use machines. It's not going to have to cost me as much money. I'm going to quit hiring people and hire these machines, build or buy these machines. I don't hire machines, not yet at least. Now we're going to have this happening, so you can take away people's jobs. People are going to be upset by this. They're going to form together with trade unions that are going to go against this. The group that's going to come out of this is going to be the Luddites. And the Luddites are a radical group of workers who destroyed factory machinery and then rioted in response to the poor living and working conditions. This is like a group of people get mad at the factory owner, they go and break everything, and then they start rioting, okay? When you get radical in any way, it doesn't really matter what you're talking about, there's going to be some issues involved right there. The Luddites are going to be doing this. Now, how they went about their actions were probably not justified, but their reasoning for doing so was very just. They're afraid of losing their jobs and not having any income coming in. They're sick and tired of living in these poor conditions and working in these poor conditions. Which is going to bring us to Mr. Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. Now, these are two German philosophers. They're going to be living in England, though, at the time. They believe human history, all of human history, was a struggle between the rich and the poor. And it's going to be happening all the time. They felt that the rich exploited and harmed workers for their own gain. They're going to see this happening time and time again, where you have a series of factory owners who are taking advantage of their employers. They're the ones making all the money, not doing as much of the work. Marx and Engels feel this is wrong. They're going to talk about the bourgeoisie. The bourgeoisie is simply going to be the rich, the middle class, and the proletariat, which is the common man. Now, it's going to bring us about two new economic systems. The first one we're going to talk about is socialism. This is founded by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels in their book, The Communist Manifesto, in 1848. Socialism is a market economy where the government plays a very big role by making laws for businesses, owning certain necessary industries, protecting workers' rights. The goal of socialism is equality. Everyone is equal. Certain stuff that everyone needs, for example, the steel industry, processing water, anything like that, the government's going to own to make sure that everyone has it equal. They're going to protect the rights of workers, so workers are going to be treated fine, and the laws are going to protect the individual workers versus protecting the owners of the companies. Comparing this to communism right here, it's also going to come out of this. Okay, communism is a system of government where the government owns and forces the production and an economy. So they can own the land, they own the energy of the people making it, the infrastructure, and the resources. They control people's jobs, the prices for the products, which products can be bought and sold, and everything else the government thinks is necessary. So communism is really a branch of socialism. It takes socialism and goes even further with this. In socialism, there is still some freedom and workers' rights, have some individual kind of ownership and control. Under communism, this is simply not the case. Okay, the government controls what you do, when you do it, what job you work on, and your limited freedom at this time period. Okay, get rid of that slide. So the lasting impacts. What are the lasting impacts of the Industrial Revolution? First and foremost, there is a massive creation of jobs coming at this time period that previously were not here. So you've got an increase in job creation. Additionally, we're going to have increased wealth. People are now making more money than they have ever made in their lives, or ever in history before. If you can have this more income, you have more time to do other stuff. You have some more time for recreation. Hello, Belle. Relaxation, different things like this. Technology is going to be advancing very, very quick. Okay, innovation in technology. If you look back in the previous lecture I did here, I believe it was Unit 2, Part 2, where I'm talking about the different machines and how it goes from the spinning jenny all the way down up through the end, how the technological innovations happening at this time period, increased production and availability of goods. There are more people making stuff. Things are more available than ever before, and you can create more than you ever could before. There'll be more opportunity for education because you have more money at this time period. More money means you have more free time to do other things like get an education, improved housing. It's going to start off with these tenements. They're going to revolt and ultimately demand better homes. So they're going to go from living in kind of mud huts, poorly made homes, into living in nicer houses at this time. Gradual improvement of the quality of life for all. It's going to take some time. It's not going to happen suddenly overnight, but over time, people standing up for what they believe in, trying to fight for better quality of life is going to lead for a better quality of life for all individuals involved. Now, that is all for the Industrial Revolution. You got the whole unit taken care of right here. Next video that's going to go up is a quick review video, kind of reviewing everything in the unit, the real core meat and potatoes, so to speak, of the unit, and then getting you ready for your exam. Any questions, comments down below, get a hold of me. Otherwise, see you later. Good luck.